Audio recording. I had a real bad headache right now. So the big project I'm working on at the moment is my Division 2 retrospective, which is a summary of all of the things I've done at Hampshire in the last 2 years. And it's hard. So far I've got 2 sections written. An intro section where I talk about how I don't want to do this, it feels weird, and I don't like the idea of saying in public to people that I deserve things. And another section talking about the one class I withdrew from. Being self-effacing is a lot easier for me than acknowledging my accomplishments. But okay, I'm sitting in front of a camera, I have an awful headache, and I've got all of the notes I've got open so far right next to me. Let's see if I can hammer some of this stuff out. So I started at Hampshire in 2015, fall of 2015. I applied to come here to study science fiction and fantasy as a form of activism, and that's exactly what I did when I got here. That is the title of my Division 2. And the major thing to talk about, I think, is the fact that it has become overwhelmingly clear that activism is science fictional. Necessarily. It's speculative. It imagines possible futures that do not reflect the present or past. In the opening to the anthology Octavia's Brood, Walida Imarisha writes, "Whenever we try to envision a world without war, without violence, without prisons, without capitalism, we are engaging in speculative fiction. All organizing is science fiction. Organizers and activists dedicate their lives to creating and envisioning another world, or many other worlds. So what better venue for organizers to explore their work than science fiction stories?" That is the premise behind the book you hold in your hands. I have a Kindle copy. I wish I'd gotten around to reading that book in my first semester, not my last, because, yeah. Anyway, very few of my classes during my Div 2 have been writing classes as such. I've taken architecture classes, design and art, philosophy and critical theory, literature, particularly weird literature, and a couple writing courses. Solarpunk Press was also a big part of the first year of my Div 2. We founded it a little bit before I came here, and it launched during my first semester. One of my goals during my Div was to figure out where the work needs to be done, and unfortunately, last November the world answered that question for me. We live amid a new rise of fascism, which sucks. I'm not joking, this is really hard for me. I don't want to have to say that I deserve to pass. It's uncomfortable. I spent the last 2 years working toward a systematic external validation, and now I have to tell myself that I deserve it? What kind of SJW bullshit is this? I want to be all self-validating and shit right now, but just don't have that in me right now. Maybe I'll feel it tomorrow. Bye. I took some headache medicine while I was getting ready, and I was hoping it would kick in during the filming. It hasn't.